let's go live. Oh, we live. I said, oh, we live. Oh, we live in his air. Well, I got one question for you. What Ebike buying tonight? Ebike, you want codes, you'll always be right. I get you the best deal. Do what you feel. What are you buying tonight? Are we live in his app? I need to know. That song is just too short. So let's go with the intro. Uh-oh. I just messed up, didn't I? Yep. It's okay. I really didn't want it on this one, but it is what it is. We'll make the changes. Give me 1 second, y'all. We gotta get rid of these beautiful e-bikes. Open up Windows Media. And there you go. Hey, Padalo said he was watching the 360. Y'all know that I represent 4 bikes now. I promote 4 bikes. One of them won't be in stock for another. That shows you how good it is. But that ain't the only bike that I have. Let me show you. Let me show you what you can get right now. Let me show you what you can get right now. I want y'all to watch these 2 videos. Go ahead and hit that play button and pause it because we have to open up the Windows Media. Or y'all call it monitoring. I call it, it's already open. The Windows Media, it's already open. Let's go. We ain't got to wait. All right, y'all, check out these short videos. They short. But can y'all see this on y'all screen? I can get you both of these bikes for $9.49. The bike on the right is the bike you see me riding. The bike on the left is the newest to our list here. This is called the Pedelec G9. Now, I carry 4 bikes. We sold out of one of them. But I carry 4 bikes. The Pedelec PX5 that you see on your right, that's the bike that I have. The upgrade to my bike is the PS6. We can't keep them in stock. They got a new shipment coming in. They'll be here in 18 days, man. It's going to take forever. But anyway, both my codes are for the two best bikes that I see that they have, and then their predecessors. So we give you the first version at a discount. But if you want to step it up, we give you the upgrade. So first, we're going to start with the budget level e-bikes. When I say budget, I mean under $1,000. What do you get for under $1,000? Well, if you get my bike, you get up to an 800-watt peak motor. You get 7-speed shifter. You get a suspension seat post. You get a front suspension fork. You get the regular old display. You get disc brakes. You get front and rear lights. You get a bicycle rack. You get fenders. But if you don't need a foldable, if you want something you can go out there and tear up, or if you want something that you can take to work and you ain't worrying about folding it up. You ain't worried about folding it up and putting it in the back of an RV. You ain't worried about folding it up and putting it in the back of your trunk. Look to your left. This is the G9. The G9 has a 13 milliamp battery. You don't need to put it in the trunk. The bike to your right has the standard 10.4 milliamp battery. This has a 13 milliamp battery. That means this will go on average about 14 miles further than the bike on the right. The bike on the left will go about 15, 16 miles further than the bike on your left. They both the same price with my coupons. So you can be sleek and sexy, or you can be utility and get the work done. But both of these bikes have the same motor. They both peak at 800. They both have the same shifting system. The only difference is one is a foldable for those of you that want to put it in the back of maybe a van, of a cab, or of an Uber, or those of you that might want to put it in your SUV, fold it up, or put it in your trunk, or put it in your back seat to go to the trails with. Or those of you that RV, you can ride around the RV site without burning your gas and that big RV engine. The Pedelec PX5 is perfect for you. But if you just want to get out there and be seen, you just want to go ride, the G9. Now, this is a rebrand of the G9. This ain't the same G9. This picture I'm showing you might not be the same one. It might look better. But I have a follow-up video to show you that this is a rebranding, because the first G9 was only 350 watt motor. This G9 is a 500 to 800 watt motor, the one that I'm selling. I had to look on Google. Pedelec is known overseas, but it's not that well known here. And that's why I'm trying to promote it, to make it known. It was hard to get pictures. So let's watch this video. I shot this last night after I went off the air. And then we got a video that I just shot a few minutes ago. Let's get to it. Hey, Nia, how you doing? You said, is it a buy one, get one sale? No, but these are my budget e-bikes. $949. You won't find a better deal out there on either one of these two bikes. $949 will get you either one of these bikes within 7 days of you ordering it. If you use my coupon code, And it ain't hard to remember the coupon code. It's Brother Derek G9 for this one, or OTEGZ. You'll be able to paste it. I got the links on the screen also. So let's go ahead and watch this video. Bear with me, y'all. Some of y'all haven't seen this. Real quick video here. All right, y'all. I just negotiated this deal for the G9. You can get the G9 for $949. You can also get the Pasolette PX5, the bike that I ride, the bike you see me riding on. Nia says she kidding. You can get under $1,000 with suspension posts, front fork, 7-speed Shimano shifter, display, rack, or if you don't need a foldable, you just want something to just look good on. I got the Pasolette G9. I just negotiated this live while I was on the air on my Minister channel with the seller. I can get you this bike for $949. So take your pick. If you don't need a foldable, you're not in the RV, you don't need it, go ahead with this bike. Take this bike to your college, commute to work, take it out on the trails. You can see when the picture is out there. Either bike will do the job. If you want something that you can fold up and put in your trunk, put in your car, put in your RV, get the PX5. Both got the same 800-watt motor. Both got disc brakes. The battery on the G9 is 13 milliamp. 13 milliamp. The battery on the GS9 is enough right there. Not to mention how sexy it looks. It don't look like an e-bike. If that's what you're looking for, $949. You want a foldable bike. You want 20-inch, 4.0 tires. Get yourself the PX5. Both bikes with my coupons, $949 right now. What are you waiting for? Go get it. You can't beat this. Both bikes, $949. You can't beat this deal. This is the best deal out right now. Both bikes, $949. Coupon code is on the screen. Both the links, they will be in the description of the video, but they right here in front of your face. Treat yourself. Treat a family member. Treat your friend. Treat a loved one too. Get some exercise. If you're in the house all the time, and when you go outside and walk, your knees hurt, your back hurt, your legs hurt, get yourself a bike, and you pedal when you want to. That's what makes these so special. You pedal when you want to. So if you want to be out there with the youngins, if you old and you can't keep up with the young kids, get yourself one of these bikes. I take them to the doctors. I take them to the store. Videos are up of me taking the PX5 in the hospital. I'm waiting on the other bike to get here. We're going to take that to the hospital. Hey, I'm not going to steer you wrong. This is Minister Brother Derek. Get yourself one of these bikes. You can't beat it. $949. For what you get, nobody can touch it. Now this is the new G9, not the old one. This is a 500 to 800 watt peak motor, and it has a suspension seat post. I don't know if it does. Keep that in mind. This is the new version of the G9. The same way the Pasolette PX5 that I have, that I sell, it's not the original. The original was called Standard. The Standard didn't have a suspension seat post. Both of these bikes have suspension seat post and front suspension. You can't go wrong with this. This is Minister Brother Derek. Y'all have a great day. Get yourself a bike right now. Love you, and we out. And we're out. Alrighty, y'all. Minister. All right, now we're gonna pause right here. Now, as I told you, we have 4 bikes that we cover, and I just showed you a video about 2 of them. Now, there's a reason why the G9 is in both videos. It's because They can't keep the PS6 in stock. But check this out. Notice that one bike says G9 and one bike says GS9 because that's the upgrade to the G9. I was talking to the seller today, and he asked me, why did I say the G9 had a suspension seat post? And I told him, because your ad said so. He says it's a typo that they didn't make a suspension seat post on the new G9. I'm not happy about that, but it got a 13 milliamp battery. The fact that it has a 13 milliamp battery and you can get it for $949, that's the selling point right there. You can go get your own seat post, to be honest with you. You got a 13 milliamp battery. Most bikes in this class give you a 10.4 milliamp battery. That means when you out there with your peoples and y'all out there riding your e-bikes, everybody else is going to be looking for a charger and you still going to be riding. That alone justifies getting it. Not to mention it don't look like an e-bike. And not to mention that look how sexy it looks. But I still was kind of a little off. I mean, the website said that it had it, so it should have it. But it's all good. Now, if you want to get the upgrade, and once again, I'm here. I kept the upgrade at $12.99 for 5 weeks. They keep selling out of these, especially overseas. Amazon is pushing them out too. But I can get you it cheaper than Amazon can. I can get you the upgrade for $13.99. Now, we had it at $12.99. Why y'all didn't buy it, I don't know. But before it go up, again, you need to lock this in right now. Before the price go up again, you need to lock it in. Because this is the sexiest e-bike that I've seen. This GS9 is sexy. It got that flex frame suspension. That alone would make me buy this bike. But look how it looks. Just like the G9, it don't look like an e-bike. It looks classy. Imagine yourself pulling up to work in this. Everybody gonna be asking you, where you get that bike at? That bike looks so good. Where can I get one? If you like to be seen and you like attention, you're gonna want this bike. Either one of these will get you the attention. But the one on the right, the GS9, it's an upgrade to the G9. They basically the same bike except one is an upgrade. Flex suspension, hydraulic brakes, not mechanical disc brakes, hydraulic brakes. 7-speed shifter on the left, turning, upgraded 8-speed Shimano shifter on the right. On the left, you get an updated display, but on the right, you get an updated color display. Do y'all understand what an upgrade is? When you look at the two bikes, you can tell the upgrades by just looking at them. If you got a couple extra dollars, treat yourself to the GS9. If you're on a budget and you're watching pennies like I am, get the G9. You can't go wrong. Most people won't notice or think you have the GS9. Because both bikes look similar. This is the upgrade. Most people won't be able to tell the difference. If you have the G9 and you see a Facebook group with the GS9, you can go join right in and vice versa. Because they are the same bike. One is just the upgrade to the other. So if you want the upgrades, you'll pay the $13.99. If you don't give a darn about the upgrades, you'll pay the $9.49. Either way, you can't lose. Either way, you can't lose. But I shot this video 20 minutes ago. Let's check it out. About a dark here. Check this out. I negotiated with the seller, and I got him to bring this bike down to $949. Look at this sexy e-bike. It don't even look like an e-bike. I got him to bring it down to $949. You're probably wondering what's sitting next to it. This is the upgrade. See, this is an upgrade. Most companies don't know what an upgrade is. But the G9, the one on the left, is the predecessor to the GS9. Now let me tell you what the G9 has. The G9 has a 500 watt motor that can peak to 800. It has a 7-speed Shimano turning gear system. You know, it has an updated display. Not sure if it's color. It has front suspension. Not sure if it has rear suspension. But it has a 13 milliamp battery. It got disc brakes, but the selling point of this bike is it got a 13 milliamp battery. My PX5 comes with a suspension seat post and suspension is foldable. It only has a 10.4-hour battery. Both my coupons to get you both of those bikes for $949. But this is a 13 milliamp battery. While everybody else on the trail is going to recharge, you still going to be riding. And you're going to be riding in style. Look at this pretty bike. $949. Now, for those of you that got a couple extra bucks, let me show you the upgrade, because I got a coupon code for the upgrade also. For those of y'all that missed it, it was at $12.99, but due to demand, they kicked it up $100. I tried to fight it. I'm sorry, y'all. But $13.99 is still a good deal to get this bike. 13 milliamp battery. Flex frame suspension. Look at that. The whole frame flex with every bump to absorb it for you. That's worth the upgrade. That's the upgrade right there. But they don't stop there. They give you front suspension. They give you a color display. They give you an upgraded 8-speed shifter. And they give you hydraulic brakes. See, that's an upgrade. This is a come up. It's a little more expensive at $13.99. But there's everything you need. You talking the e-bike world, you ask somebody what they want. You got an 800 watt peak motor. The bike don't look like an e-bike. You gonna be able to take it on the trails. Nobody gonna give you no funny looks unless you speed by them at 28 miles per hour. Nobody gonna give you no funny looks. You can take this everywhere. I take my PX5, which is a foldable, I take that into the hospital. And I got videos up to prove it. I've taken it twice. And I'm going to be taking it next month. I got 2 appointments next month. I'm taking the bike to the hospital. And I'm hoping that the GS9 get here so I can ride up on this sexy bike and watch everybody ask me where I get it from. And hopefully I'll sell some of them while I'm at the hospital. I'm going to the pharmacy tonight. I hope to sell a couple bikes while I'm at the pharmacy. People are going to see you using the bike and see that it's more than just riding on the trail. It's more than something that you throw in your trunk. That you can actually use this as a mobility scooter. And instead of riding around at 4 miles per hour and everybody looking down on you, you can get this bike. And people are going to be saying, wow, look at that old guy. He still got it. That's why you want something like this for class. These bikes say class. So, I got one question for you. I just got one question for you. We're not going to make these videos long because the codes are right there in your face and the link to both bikes are at the bottom of the screen. You got everything you need. So, I only got one question for you. People out there in the e-bike community, which one of these bikes are you taking home tonight? Whether you get the GS9 or the G9, you're gonna be all right. Both of them have 13 milliamp batteries. That means they'll go a lot longer. They'll be a lot stronger than your other buddies that only got 10.4. You'll be able to take this to the trail. You can even run over a nail. These tires are meant to go hard, whether it's a street or whether you're trying to beat somebody, going over tree stumps, going over obstacles, jumping bridges, jumping boards. When you got this bike, you'll always score, whether it's the G9 or the GS9. You'll do fine. I guarantee you, everywhere you go and every time you show, everyone will know you got the best looking bike around. So, which one of these e-bikes you taking home tonight? I can get it to you in 7 days. No question. Use my coupon code. And on the trikes, you'll be riding. On the trails, you can set your goals. Start at passenger assist level 5, then work your way down to passenger assist level 1, and you'll lose weight. I'm proof. I was 318, now I'm 283. I've only had the bike a month. I've had my PX5 a month. But if you don't want a foldable bike, you want something sexier that don't look like an e-bike, you can't go wrong with this. Minister Brother Derek. Get yourself an e-bike today. Treat yourself. Elastic or what? I just realized something. There is no chat. Why didn't somebody say something? We don't have a chat showing on the screen. Hold on a second. Let me live chat. Let me get that chat there. Copy. Come back to the OBS. And see, y'all can see the OBS. Those of y'all that are wondering, y'all can hear me refer to it. Oh, the chat's not even open. There it is. It's gonna block the screen for a second. As I take this out, I take out the chat from last night and put the new chat in and hit OK. There we are. There go the chat. Now let's type something. Just to say hello. And it should update. Now let me come back here and let me refresh this screen. And y'all can see our yellow bar's back. The audio has more than 2 channels. So y'all can see. And before you ask why it's saying that, there's a reason. It said it before when we were running the show. Let's go into the settings. Let's go into the settings and let's look at the output. As you can see, we're using 6 channels. Can y'all see that? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is highlighted. We're using 6 channels. If you go to audio, you'll see we doing our audio bit rate. Now, most people, it won't let me change it. Most people do their audio bit rate at 160. If you on StreamYards, it's at 160. It might be 128. Anybody who used to record MP3s knows that MP3s usually run at 128 bit, right? Nowadays, people do it at 320. We're broadcasting 6 channels. And look, all 6 channels are 1024 bit. All of them are 1024 bit. All 6 that I'm sending out to you. I'm sending out to you 6 tracks. YouTube can only handle 2 of them, but I'm sending you 6. If you got a system. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that says 48 gigahertz. That's the highest I can go. I want it to be higher, but the highest is 48 gigahertz for your sample rate. And channels, We at 5.1. We supposed to be at 7.1. I had to change that. I can't change it now. We live. But we at 5.1. So we broadcasting in 5.1. For those of you that got 5.1 systems, you should be able to hear this on all your speakers. Not just on some of them. All of them should broadcast. For those of y'all that got the 5.1 systems. For those of y'all that have 5.1 headsets or 7.1 headsets, you'll benefit. See, we do a lot here on the show. Broadcasting. Why we don't catch on, I don't know. Maybe people don't like the fact that I don't take no junk. You know, maybe they're getting their feelings. You know, because, we don't just let somebody come over here and do whatever they want. But like I said, welcome our new Ebike to the family. The Peselec G9. Welcome it to the family. And this is its upgrade. Now, we've been promoting this bike. And it keeps selling out. Well, they have a lot of these bikes ready to go. $949. You can have this thing in your house for $949. That's a steal. With a 13 milliamp battery. The battery alone. The battery alone. Now, we waiting for our battery to get here from off the boat. And it's an 11.5. Because the battery that came with my bike, which is also at $949, it has a 10.4 milliamp. We're waiting on the battery that's 11.5 milliamp. And we're going to see the difference in our testing. Does it make a difference? Well, these two bikes have 13 milliamp batteries. You got people that want a longer battery. 13 milliamp. 13 milliamp. That's a lot of power. For $949, you can get a 13 milliamp battery. I can tell you right now, we can go on Amazon right now. Hey, Nia, we can go on Amazon right now, dear. We can go on Amazon right now. I want you to see how much a 10.4 hour battery is. There's Peselec battery. What batteries do they have on Amazon? There's the battery right there. This will work on the GS9 and the G9. 13-hour battery. $349. $349. And there's the bike right there. Load that up for y'all. There's the bike right there. That's your 13-hour battery. Amazon got it for $349. When we get the GS9, I'm going to be asking how much is that battery? And do they have, I don't know, it's 13i. Will they make one bigger than that? 13i, 13 amperage. That's a big battery. But you see, the battery alone is $350 for just the battery. You only paying $600 for the bike. Let that marinate. If you get the G9, you only paying $600 for the bike. The battery is $349. My coupon will get you the G9 for $949. You only paying $600 for that pretty bike with that strong battery on it. That's why I say the battery is the selling point for that bike. 13i. 13i. Let that marinate. The battery is worth $349. Take that $349 off the price. You only paying $600 for that sexy bike. The bike that will run circles around the other bikes on the trails you with. Everybody else will be like, oh, my battery low, I gotta go recharge. You're gonna be like, see ya. And they're gonna have to catch you. Cause you're gonna be gone. Your battery gonna be fine. You got a 13 amperage battery. That's powerful. And check this out. I'm gonna see if I can get a coupon code. I'm gonna see if I can get a coupon code for the battery. Maybe I can get you this battery for $250. Maybe I can get you this spare battery for. It's gonna be hard. It's $13. I'm gonna try to get it for y'all $275. I'm gonna try to get you a deal. Maybe I can get it $300. I'm gonna try to negotiate, but I need to see people buying them before I negotiate to get a battery. Are you gonna pick one up? And I will negotiate and see if I can get this down to $270, maybe $275. But if y'all not buying them, I'm not gonna have no negotiating power. So I need y'all to stop playing around and go get yourself one so I can go fight for you. He sent me some photos. I got most of these off the internet. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm already negotiating for y'all. I'm already negotiating. All right. He said sleepy time now. Bye. No. Answer the question. Hold on, answer the question. All right, y'all. I just asked him if he can get us. Oh my God. Y'all can't even see. Hold on a sec. Y'all can't even see what I'm talking about. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Can y'all see what I'm talking about? This is the battery for those two bikes. They have it on Amazon for $349. I'm trying to get him to give us a coupon for $299. He said he's going to sleep. Well, hold on. Hey, where you go to sleep? Answer the question, my man. Can you get us a coupon code for this battery? Can you undercut them? Can we undercut Amazon? Amazon is at $349. We need to undercut Amazon. $320, $310, $299. Can we undercut so we can get the deal to the people? See, they have to give Amazon money. I think Amazon get like $50. Can we get that instead of giving Amazon $50? Can we take that $50 off and let you get it for $300? That's what I'm trying to do for you. I'm trying to get you a deal. So we'll have to wait and see if he answers. But let's get back to the show. I put it out there for you. Y'all can see that that's the exact same bike right there. And y'all see the battery. I like how I go in the tube and it goes down. It ain't straight out. It goes down out your way. And it keep the bike centered. I like that. So anyway, y'all. But y'all see, Amazon got the battery for $349. I'm trying to beat that. We undercut Amazon because Amazon charges them money. See, they sell the PS6 too. Amazon sells the PS6 too. They out of stock. But we sell it cheaper. But as y'all can see, it's out of stock. But we sell it cheaper. I wish they had some prices on here so we can see what it went for. Let's see. I'm looking at some of the competition. I never heard of this before. I never heard of this company before, but if y'all look, pretty much the same bike. No seat post suspension. So it's already losing. No seat post suspension. Does it have a more powerful motor? Nope. 500 watt motor, which probably peaks at 750 to 800. It's got a rear rack. It got Samsung cells. That's good. It got good tires. 7-speed shifter. Nope. How much they want? See all buying options. They want $1,099. My bike beats that bike at $949. And you get a seat post suspension. My PX5 beats this bike. I'm looking at some of the competition. We ain't gonna say no names. That's what seemed to irk people. I'm looking at the competition. I ain't even gonna look at the ant here. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed. This the only bike that can give my PS6 a run for the money. I'm looking here. This bike gives you, it has a bigger battery. They want $1,700. Nope. They want $1,900. Uh-oh, here was somebody the same price as my bike. Okay, let's look at it. Same price as my PS6. No rear suspension. You lost. You lost already, sir. You ain't got no suspension, seat post, or rear suspension. You done. My Pedelec PS6 kill you. You done, sir. You're done. Now, I never heard this company before. I'm not being funny, but I'm just looking at the competition. My coupon code kills you, sir. My coupon code kills you. You have no suspension in the back. It has no suspension in the back. And now it has a 13-hour motor. But you can't compete. You don't have no rear suspension. You can't compete with the GS9 or the PS6. I'm sorry. My hiney gonna hurt riding your bike. I don't want you. All right, let's back out. We were just looking at some of the competition. Y'all. That's all we were doing. Shooting the breeze, looking at the competition. See, the problem is they don't want to give you something. If they give you a bigger battery, they won't give you suspension. If they give you suspension, they won't give you rear suspension. Y'all understand? We the only company that give you all the features. The fact that the battery for the G9 is $350. The battery for this bike is $350. And I'm selling it for $949. A third of the value is in that battery. Let that marinate. That 13-hour battery, a third. $369. A third of the bike is in the battery. The price is in the battery. $949 to get a 13 milliamp battery. All right, y'all. Y'all are probably saying he keep talking about these e-bikes, and yes, I do. Because that's my new job. We'll get into other things. So let's do a rundown real quick. and then we'll get on to something else. This is my bike, the bike that I own, the bike that you're going to see me riding a little bit. That's my bike right there. $949 with my coupon. You get, it folds. You get front suspension. You get a suspension seat post. You get a rear rack. You get fenders. You get a 7-speed Shimano tourney shifter. You get mechanical disc brakes. You get a front and back light. You get a display. This is a budget e-bike, but it still has a powerful 500-watt motor that can peak up to 800 when needed. This is your basic. This will do the job. This is what you need. But you got a couple dollars. Or actually, for the same money, you can pick up this bike. If you don't want a foldable and you want something that's lighter, for the same price, I can get you this bike with a 13-hour battery. Not a 10.4-hour, a 13-hour battery. I can get you this bike. It don't even look like an e-bike. But it got everything I just told you. The only thing I'm not sure of is it's not pictured with a suspension seat post. And it says in the caption that it does have one. So I'm up in the air. I don't think it comes with one. Wait a minute. Oh, I think he took it out. Wait a minute. I told him about it. Yep. He took it out. So it doesn't come with a suspension seat post. You can go on Amazon and get a suspension seat post cheap with the money you're going to save. But the 13 milliamp battery, that's $350 of that $949. That's crazy. The battery is what makes this bike a better option than mine's. If they got the same motor, mine's might fold. Mine's might have a suspension seat post. But I rather at this point, I'd rather buy my own to get that 13-hour battery versus 10.4. You're going to have to spend more money getting the battery than you are to get a suspension seat post. So if I can have all the sexiness of the GS9 and all I got to do is buy a suspension seat post for it, I can live with that. That's not a deal breaker. But if you got the money, but I can get you this for $949 with my coupon code, Brother Derek G9. I can get you this. But if you want to spend a couple more dollars, then get the upgrade. Get the upgrade. This is the Mama Jama right here. For sexiness, I'm sorry. The only mistake they made with this bike is not giving it a 1,000-watt peak motor. That's the only thing I can say about this bike. Everything else just says, buy me now. Buy me. That's the only complaint I can say about this bike. And they could give you some fenders. That's about it. That's my honest opinion. I can't wait to ride this bike. I can't wait for it to get here. And I ain't gonna front. I can't wait. I can't wait to ride this bike. This bike is sexy. I can get it to you for $13.99. This bike just is class. I can't wait. This don't even look like an e-bike. It look like a regular old mountain bike that you see in Dick's Sporting Good or you see in Walmart. But this comes with hydraulic brakes. It comes with an 8-speed shifter, a color display. It comes with a flex frame suspension. When you hit a bump, the whole thing flexes to absorb it. It go all the way down to the wheel. This absorbs the bumps for you from the rear tire. This takes care of the front of the bike. This takes care of the back of the bike. That frame suspension, that suspension right there, I think is worth the upgrade. But you can get it without it for $9.49. But if you want it, it's $13.99. We just looked on Amazon and I didn't see anything that beat my bikes. So the PX5 for $9.49, you get the suspension seat post and the front suspension, but you only get a 10.4-hour battery. If you get the G9, I know that's not on the screen and y'all couldn't see anything. I'd be so mad right now. Yes, it is. Y'all can only see half the screen. Doggone it. Doggone it. Why ain't somebody say something? Y'all can only see half the screen. Why don't y'all help me? Shucks. But I'll say it again. We looked at different bikes on Amazon. Tell me one that was sexier than that. Tell me one that was sexier than that. And we didn't see one that give you. The only knock on this bike is that it peaks at 800 watts instead of over 1,000. That's the only knock on this bike. Why didn't they put a bigger motor back there? That's my only knock on this bike. Everything else, you can't touch it. It doesn't fold. There you go. That's the only thing that's wrong with this bike. The only thing I can find wrong. The only complaints I can make, two. And it's only $13.99. We saw bikes that were $19.99 that didn't give you what this bike give you. And we just went and looked at random. I didn't pick out a company. I just picked it at random. I'm sorry. I got the best coupons in the business. And they can say what they want to say. So already, y'all, we came on here to push these deals. But did anybody hear any good news today? Did we get any good news? Let me make sure ain't nothing blocking the screen. Because I'm stalling, but I need to get out of here. I'm stalling. But let's check out a couple of news stories. Well, first off, let's see if we can knock out one of these copyrights. Go to YouTube Studio. Let's take care of our business. Y'all see we got 8 copyrights. Can we select the action? Yes, we can. Let's trim it out then. Get it out. We are trimming out this. We were showing somebody video. So let's get it out of here. Trim it. All right, the video being trimmed. All right, we can close it. Now, let's go to number 2. Y'all see this news story? The deadly crash. I knew we was going to get hit with it. I took a chance on it. All right, I can't do nothing about that right now because I got another video from the same place processing. So we're going to have to wait. I can't do nothing, right? All right, let's get to the next one. So that's 2. We on 3 now. Let's go to 3. View options. All right, we back safely from our ride. Let's see the footage in 360. So we got our monetization back for that video. All right, we're going to 4. Ineligible. It's still let's hang out and watch the news. All right, we can trim out a segment. And continue. You see, we still got 3 to go. Deputies ex-con caught peeping, finding notes to girls at any age. Remember the guy in the church that were trying to pick up the young girls, pervert, and Texas trooper tackles police chase suspect. Y'all remember them videos? So, all right, we're trimming. This process may take a while. You may close the window, okay? So that was 4 of 8. Now we're going to 5. Can we trim something else? Nope, unavailable. Deadly punch caught on video. Ex-con peeping. And y'all see it's down to 3 now. No, it's still more. God darn. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got 4 more to go on this one. So that's 4 days we're not going to be able to get no money off of that. Let's keep going. Let's go to number 6. It's the same video. Can't do nothing because we just started something, okay? 7. Same video. We can't do nothing. And let's go to the last one, number 8. Number 8, view options. And we're limited in what we can get. But limited or not, we going to get a couple dollars, a couple coins. Maybe 20 cents off of it. 10, 20 cents off of it. Better than nothing. It all add up. Okay. And that's all 8. So we've gone through all 8 copyrights. And we know what we still got to take out, which is to keep coming back every day and knocking them out. You know. So now we got to back out. Do all those things we just did. Just back out. Okay. 8 hours ago, breaking news. What's going on, y'all?
Well, new video this morning shows suspects wanted in a shooting in the Bronx that left 2 people hurt, including a 12-year-old girl. The double shooting happened Saturday night, just before 6 o'clock on Wythe Place in the Mount Eden section. Police say the 12-year-old was shot in the ankle and a 25-year-old man was hit in the chest. Both are listed in stable condition.
Why is everybody out there shooting everybody? I mean, what's wrong? Why is everybody out there shooting everybody? That's live. We can't look at that. That's Fox 5. We can't look at that. Damn. That's 3 weeks ago. That's about a little boy. I don't want to mess with that. Couple arrested in road rage shooting. ABC News Kiro. Is that Fox? Anybody know? Is that Fox?
Don't pay another home insurance bill until watching this.
Man, be quiet. Hey, let me stop. I just spent an hour selling bikes. I want to tell somebody to shut up.
Today, law enforcement set to hold a press conference following the two arrests in the death of a 6-year-old in a high-profile road rage case. We told you about this. 6-year-old Aiden Leo's on his way to school in his mom's car when he was shot and killed by someone in another car.
The reward in the case climbed to $500,000. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
Overnight, police in California announcing 2 arrests in the deadly road rage shooting of 6-year-old Aiden Leos.
It's very sad because 2 young people ruined one family and ruining their own families.
Authorities say a man and woman in their 20s, Marcus Anthony Ayres and Win Lee, were taken into custody at their home in nearby Costa Mesa.
He was beautiful and he was kind and he was precious. And you killed him.
Last month, Joanna Clunan was taking her son Aiden to kindergarten in Orange, California, when she says a car attempted to cut her off. A single shot was fired, piercing the trunk, striking Aiden in his car seat. The reward in the case ballooned to $500,000.
The community just started pouring funds into the reward and pouring in tips and information about the suspects.
Officials have not said if anyone will get the reward money. According to investigators, the arrests stem from tips they received after releasing this image of a white Volkswagen wanted in the shooting. Authorities say they believe Wynn was driving and her boyfriend Anthony fired the gun from the passenger seat. The arrests come one day after Aiden's funeral, where his sister gave a powerful eulogy.
I don't get to play Mario Kart with my little brother or take him to the park ever again. And that breaks my heart. Because of the monsters that took Aiden's life, I will never get to hug my brother again.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
That's rough right there.
And according to our ABC affiliate in Los Angeles, Aiden Leos will be buried today in a private ceremony. The CHP says Ariz and Lee are expected to be charged with murder. They're both being held on $1 million bail.
It's probably for that safety because I think people would try to assassinate him for doing what they did. It's unnecessary. Oh, that's Fox. We can't look at it. Damn, that's a good story. Damn. 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 I don't know if y'all remember the story, but it's 2 hours ago.
We start with new developments happening today in a local case that has garnered national attention. The case of missing 5-year-old Samuel Olson. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. Teresa Balboa faced a judge today. She's the girlfriend of the boy's father who was charged after being found with the child's body in a motel room in Jasper. Police believe the remains are Samuel's. KPRC2's Kathy Hernandez live with what happened inside the courtroom this morning. Kathy?
Good morning. Teresa Balboa stood before a judge in the last 2 hours. So the prosecutor said they're preparing to file more charges against Balboa once they learn more about Samuel's death this afternoon. Teresa Balboa appeared in court this morning wearing an orange jumpsuit. She's charged with tampering with evidence in the death of Samuel Olson. This after a body believed to be Samuel was found in a Jasper motel room last Tuesday. They believe Balboa was headed to Louisiana. In court, the prosecutor said they expect to file additional charges after they received the preliminary autopsy from the medical examiner this afternoon. Meanwhile, the prosecutor asked the judge to give Balboa a new bond on an assault case from last year in which she's accused of choking Samuel's father. The judge increased Balboa's bond from $5,000 to $100,000. That's in addition to the $500,000 bond on the tampering charge.
You know, I can't believe how basically cold and calloused and numb she was talking to her.
Tim Miller, founder of Texas EquiSearch, says he believes Balboa was lying from the beginning. According to court documents, Samuel was dead 2 weeks before his father reported him missing to police on May 27th. They say the boy's body was at her apartment in Webster for days before she allegedly took it to a storage facility and later to a motel in Jasper. Samuel's father denies any involvement in his son's death. Miller says, sadly, we may never know what happened to Samuel and why he died.
There's never going to be an answer that's going to be satisfying. They're still going to have that question, well, why? Well, why? And their lives will never, ever be the same.
Attorneys for Balboa did not have comment after the hearing. In total, Balboa's bond is set at $600,000. Reporting live in downtown Houston, Kathy Hernandez, KPRC 2 News.
Kathy, thank you.
All right. Now, y'all about to get on me, and let's go. I challenge you. You should not have a child with somebody you're not going to marry. That is point blank. Because anybody who you come across and fall in love with, they're not going to care about that child because it's not theirs. Now, you might come across somebody that might accept them, but it's going to be a clash, whether it's male or female, whether it's a male or a female that's coming in. At some point, if that child knows who their mother is or knows who their father is, they are going to buck up. And they're going to say, "You're not my mom. Get out my face. You're not my dad. My dad will kill you. Get out my face." At some point, that clash is going to come. This is why you marry whoever the parent is of your child, because they care about their child. But somebody just coming in and they trying to take a role that belongs to somebody else, trying to come in and be the dad and be super sap, or try to come in and be your superwoman. The child eventually is going to say, "You're not my mom. Get out my face. You're not my dad, you punk." It's going to come. And it's going to be a clash. It's going to be a clash. And the adult, the stranger that you bring in, you don't know how they're going to react. You do not know how they are going to react. Some might walk away. Some might pick up something and bust that child in his head. You don't know how somebody's going to react. But you got a woman who is already on a $100,000 bond for choking the father. So you left a woman who choked the biological parent. You left the child in her care. He needs to be locked up too. This is just irresponsible. And you're sitting there crying with the mother who should have had her damn child instead of the child being in the care of somebody who's not related to that child, who don't give a damn about the child, and the fact that she is in trouble for choking you, the parent. What is she going to do to the child? Somebody talk to me. Make this make sense. Why would you leave your child in the care of somebody that tried to kill you? If she tried to kill you and she's supposed to be in love with you, why is she going to care about the child? Why would you leave her with your child? Anybody got any comment? I'm listening. Anybody got any comment? I'd rather have the child in daycare with a stranger than have a child go through somebody that put their hands on me. Hold on, y'all. Hello? Hello? Yeah. Wait a minute. Hello, can I help you? Yeah, can I help you?
Yes, my name is Alex, and I'm calling about a property at 40 Faraday Drive.
Who? Who are you looking for? Kim Sook. No, you got the wrong number, buddy. You got the wrong number.
Do you have any property you might be interested in selling?
No, I wish. You have a good one, buddy. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. One of them scam calls. That was one of them scam calls. We just had to get out the way. But why everybody leave? Are you mad? Somebody make it make sense. Why would you leave a child with a woman that tried to kill you? A woman that tried to choke you out with her bare hands. A woman that's on bond for $100,000 for trying to choke you out, the parent. Why would you leave your child with that person? Anybody got any comment? I'll listen. I'll listen. He need to be right there in jail with her. He's just as stupid as she is. Why would you leave your child with a woman that tried to choke you out and end your life? You're going to leave that woman in charge of your child that she has no ties to. She got no ties to you and she tried to kill you. What's she going to do to the child? Somebody tell me what I'm saying not making no sense. What is what I'm saying not making any sense? That don't make no sense. And want somebody to feel sorry for you. What about that damn child? Who gonna feel sorry for the child? There's a child that's dead. Because of your idiocy. You should have married the woman you had the child with. But if you ain't got the sense to do that, why would you? Why would you? I'm just asking. Why would you leave her? Uh-oh. Live, y'all. Oh, we got a motorcycle chase. Live. This ain't Fox, is it? We might get flagged, but let's take a little looky. We can take a little looky. All right, y'all. It's a motorcycle high-speed chase. They're going to have a hard time catching a motorcycle.
Well, we're off the 210. Got off onto Buena Vista in front of a Best Buy here in front of the parking lot. You know, it's interesting. We had a report. We heard something over the scanner saying the CHP would not pursue. And then there were two patrol cars behind them for a moment. So not all that information gets to us correctly. They make changes we don't always know about. But they didn't follow him off of the freeway. So it may have been just a couple of patrol cars that were out. But he went through that shopping center there. It almost, Philip, it looks to me as if he's slowing, going into some areas, and actually, like I said earlier, playing a game of cat and mouse with the officers, looking to see if they're behind him, and then slowing down a bit till they get closer and then taking off. But they're not playing that game at this point. They're not following him. Boy, look at that truck. He looked a little suspicious, like he was trying to get up along that motorcycle, that black dually there. But obviously that gives you an idea, if you wanted to do that, how difficult it is. You just can't really get on a motorcycle in a situation like this.
I don't want to get flagged, y'all, but we'll have to wait and see what happened with that. We'll see. Somebody put it up later. But y'all know, somebody on a bicycle, a motorized bicycle, or somebody on a motorcycle, it's hard to catch. Because they can go off-road, but a car can't go. Y'all have to realize, like, I don't go off-road much, but I can. Y'all got to realize, I got shocks, I got 20-inch fat tires. I can just jump in the grass and go anywhere. I can go jump in the woods as long as I don't hit a tree. And they're going to have to get out and get the dogs and send the dogs after me. If I go into the woods and it's a trail and it ain't wide enough for a police car, they can't follow me. All they can do is have a helicopter overhead and send the dogs in and try to block it off, but they can't come in there and get me. It's hard to get a motorcycle if they really want to get away, because we can jump up on the curb and cut through some buildings, and the cars, there ain't no alley, the cars can't follow. There's a lot of areas where you don't have alleys in between houses, and you can sit there and jump, and you can ride through people's backyards as long as they ain't got a fence. But if there's enough space for a bike to fit through there, you can get through there and be gone. By the time they go all the way around to try to cut you off, you could be gone. And that's whether you on a bike or a car. It's not that easy to catch motorized two-wheel vehicles because they can fit anywhere. A person can hop off a bike and throw it. You can hop off a bike and lift it over something, jump over it yourself, and go. Get back on it and be gone. While they trying to figure out how they going to get over the wall or get around the fence or where the fence come out at, you flying away from them. By the time they figure out how to catch you, you gone. So that's going to be interesting. Now, the good part is if you put down some grease or some oil or something, you might can get them to slide and fall. But you might, the problem is that you might kill a person. So that's why I say it's really hard. It's really hard. No, that's a year ago. That's a year ago. Why are you starting stuff from a year ago? Oh, no. Yo, we got an Amber Alert.
This is Kyle.
Oh, no. She looked just like my little girl. No.
And issued for 9-month-old Me Angel Gaines. Police believe she is in immediate danger. They say she was taken early this morning by Antonio Armstrong from Frederick Douglass Boulevard near 131st Street in Harlem. She was last seen wearing a red, white, and blue onesie. Armstrong is 5 feet 10 inches tall, around 200 pounds, with a tattoo of a microphone on his neck. Anyone with information is asked to call 911. Jeff Petroulis for CBSN New York.
If there's anybody in the New York area, if y'all see the man with that baby, please report it. Please report it. Please report it, y'all. That little girl looks just like my little girl. That's hitting home. I don't know if we've seen this already because it says it's
Police
2 days
say this
old.
man grabbed a 71-year-old woman by the neck and stole her necklace. The video is from inside Bronx Pond Brokers on Kingsbridge Road. This was around 2:30 last Wednesday afternoon, and the woman had cuts to her neck. If you recognize the man, call NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline. The phone number is 1-800-577-TIPS. Katie Johnston for CBSN New York.
That's damn shame. I don't understand why y'all keep buying these necklaces and stuff. And I used to do it. I used to see all the drug dealers having necklaces. And I wanted one. And my boss would say, "Why are you wearing all this jewelry?" I said, "Because the drug dealers keep walking around here with jewelry." All I keep saying is, you working and you broke. Well, I wanted to show, hey, I can get some jewelry too. I ain't got no kids. I can live just like you live. And I had to worry about the cops. I wanted to be an example. But now that I'm older, I see what he was saying. I'm making myself a target. Even though I'm trying to prove a point that you don't have to. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to. You don't have to be showing and exposing. Just keep going to work every day and not having no problems in your life. That's enough to make somebody say, hey, I want to be like that. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I wanted to be the example. Hey, I'm walking around with jewelry on. I ain't doing that legal stuff. I'm working hard. You can do it too. But in actuality, I was making myself a target. I didn't realize it. I was making myself a target. Now, luckily, I never got held up, but the opportunity was there. I like the way the gold rings. And always, if you're going to get rings, get 14 karat. Don't get 18 karat. Don't get 24 karat. Don't get it. Don't get it. And y'all would say, well, why? I'd rather have a 10 karat ring on in a fight than to have a 24 karat. The more gold that's in it, the weaker it is. When you want to punch somebody in the daggone head, punch somebody in that eye, you want the strongest ring you can have because it amplifies your punch. And when I had 24 karat rings on, they broke on somebody's head. That's why I don't like 24 karat gold. Now, some people will say that that's the most purest, and yeah, if you're going out to a fancy affair or whatever, okay. But I was working security. And to me, 14 karat and 10 karat rings didn't break on somebody's head. They didn't scuff up. Because they had enough copper or zinc or whatever they mix in the gold with, it could withstand the blows. But if y'all ever seen gold in your real life, it's a powder. Gold is a powder until it's melted down and blended with something. The more pure gold is in anything you buy, the weaker it is. If that lady had a 10 karat gold chain around her neck, that man would not have been able to snatch it. But because she probably had an 18 karat or 24 karat, and I mean that's good for her, because the man probably would have drug out the daggone store if it was a 10 karat. Chains don't snap when they have more in them. Now people say the more alloy, the more copper, whatever it's mixed with, that makes it worth less because it got less gold in it, but it makes it stronger. That's why I'd rather have 10 karat or 14 karat because I know it's going to be stronger. If you're worrying about the value, I'm not worried about the value. I'm worried about the durability. Because if I got a gold chain on and you trying to steal it, I'd rather be able to wrap it around my hand and bust you in your face with it than to have it just fall off my daggone neck. That's all I'm saying. Y'all might agree, y'all might disagree. But I tell you the truth. Car shooting on 605 freeway. Did we cover this already? Well, it's CBS Los Angeles. Commercial. Did we see this yesterday? I can't remember.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Holmstrom.
And I'm Hermela Aragawi. Our top story here on KCAL 9 News and streaming on CBSN Los Angeles. More fear on Southland freeways after yet another shooting. This time, the frightening attack caused a crash.
Yeah, lanes, they are back open tonight along the southbound 605 after being shut down for more than an hour. So here's a look at where it happened. It's near Azusa Road in Irwindale. KCAL 9's Rick Montanez, they're live tonight with the very latest. Good evening, Rick.
And good evening. I just talked with CHP. They tell me they are still looking for the shooter. The only description they have is that they were driving a dark blue or black sedan. This is certainly frustrating work for investigators, especially since we've seen a series of freeway shootings across Southern California in the last month. A white BMW left with bullet holes and damage from crashing into the sand-filled barrels along the center divider of the 605. CHP officers respond, shutting down the southbound lanes. As drivers sit in a massive traffic backup, officers search the freeway for evidence. It appears investigators found several shell casings noted by the evidence markers. All of this happening in the southbound lanes just before the lower Azusa Road off-ramp. The woman and man in the BMW were not hurt by the shooting or the crash. The emergency call came around 5:30 p.m., and it's not clear yet what led to the car-to-car shooting. It's just the latest in a string of shootings on Southland freeways. just last weekend. The CHP says a shooting on the 5 in Commerce was the result of road rage. While this incident is still being investigated, last weekend CHP said it's more important not to fall into rage behind the wheel.
I would say just try to be patient. It's not worth it. It's not worth getting your vehicle shot at, or you or any other person inside your vehicle. So like I said, take a deep breath, calm down.
He loves to be in the videos, don't he?
Shooting on the 6
Hey, third video we saw with that
the
same cop.
victims reported there was no any sort of communication between the shooter or them. They just heard those gunshots fired. The car, that white BMW, was struck twice. Fortunately, again, no one was hurt. We're live in Irwindale. Rick Montanez, KCAL 9 News.
Get relief from credit cards.
Oops, I'm sitting here daydreaming. The motorcycle stopped for gas during a high-speed chase. Oh, we gotta check this out. 10 minutes ago, y'all, breaking news.
He's pulling into a parking lot here. This is a gas station in La Puente on a corner. Let's see what's going on here. He's talking to some bystanders. This is very interesting. Oh boy, what's going on?
Well, we've seen this before where they pull into a gas station, but it was a vehicle where they just start talking to people.
That's all he needs.
On the kickstand. Oh, he's asking him if he can get some gas off of him. So yeah, he was getting low on gas.
It appears that he took his gas, so maybe he was getting low on fuel, and he took some gas. Now he's motioning to the helicopter. It looks as if he's communicating with the officers on the air. So it looks like he may have just pulled into that 76 gas station and taken a little bit of that guy's gas. Those poor innocent.
Yeah, that's rough right there. That's rough right there. That's rough right there. I always thought they got some gas. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. That's crazy right there. He thought they got some gas. Then he flipped off the helicopter, and the cops riding on the wrong side of the road. Oh, shucks. Oh, man. That's a month ago. Uh-oh. 3 hours ago, breaking news.
Yes, 2's Lisa Rosner is now with us here at noon with a live update. Lisa?
And yes, that's right, Chris. We're told that the shooting happened here at the Underhill Sports Complex behind me, where you can see it is a very active investigation. The Essex County prosecutor confirms this is an active homicide investigation, and we're told an 11th grade student at Columbia High School died last night, and at least one other student was injured and is in the hospital. It is not clear how many other students were involved. A school email to parents referred to, quote, a few of the students being in a horrible situation last night at Underhill Field. Because this field is close to an elementary school and it's an active investigation, outdoor activities at that school are canceled for the day, and grief counselors are on hand for students district-wide. Again, one student is dead and another injured in a shooting here at the Underhill Field. The Essex County prosecutor says he'll have more information later today. We're live in Maplewood, New Jersey. Lisa Rosner, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Lisa, thank you.
All right, so we got a school shooting. Luckily, it's only 2 people. Luckily, it's only 2 people that got shot. Luckily. I feel kind of weird saying that, but it's true. Luckily, only 2 kids were injured. I still feel kind of weird saying that, but luckily, only 2 kids were injured, y'all. 2 kids were injured. That's crazy. We always seen that. All right, check this out, y'all. 8 hours ago, breaking news. Breaking news.
One man is in custody this morning after a rollover crash in Manhattan on Sunday evening. We're told the driver hit an unoccupied car on 48th Street and 8th Avenue before overturning. And police also say the same car was involved in an earlier crash with a pedicab. The operator of the cab suffered minor injuries. Charges against the driver are pending.
Oh, breaking news, but it wasn't much news. What's that? I would like to, if we could have actually got a, that's Fox though. That chase still going on. So the seller said he was going to bed. I guess he did. There's another reason to get an e-bike, y'all.
The MTA has announced it will cut some late-night shuttle buses now that 24/7 subway services return. Last year, because of the pandemic, the MTA added overnight bus routes to help commuters when overnight subway service was temporarily halted. Starting Thursday, those bus routes will no longer be in operation.
So if you were depending on them buses to get home, you got to go get on the subway, and I'm not getting on no subway. I ain't getting on nobody's subway. I'm not getting on nobody's subway. I'm sorry. I'm not getting on nobody's subway. Not without no firearm. I'm not getting on nobody's subway. That's why I'm glad I have e-bike. I don't have to get on the subway. I'm not getting on the subway. I don't even want to get on the bus. I don't even want to take a cab. Don't want to. If I'm going to be in a collision, I want it to be my fault. I want it to be something that I did that caused it. I don't want it to be something else. I want it to be something that I did. Something that I caused. I don't want it to be something somebody else did. And that's just me, but I just don't want it to be something. You know? Like I said, it's just me, but I don't want it to be something that I did stupidly. Hey, y'all, what's today's date? The 7th? I know I shouldn't, but I want some more of them tangerines. I ain't going to try and front. So we're going to go in two different directions. We're going to head down to North Avenue. We're going to hit the pharmacy. Then we're going to take North Avenue up. And I'm trying to decide if I want to go up the bridge. I don't think y'all understand what I mean when I say go up the bridge. I'm trying to decide if I want to go up the bridge. Does anybody know, does Burger King have the Whoppers on sale? I haven't had a Whopper since 2017. Do they got the Whoppers on sale? Like 2 for $6, or do they have the chicken sandwiches on? Does Burger King have a sale? I haven't had Burger King. I haven't had a Burger King Whopper since 2000. I'm dead serious, y'all. I haven't had a Burger King Whopper since I don't know when. I'm dead serious. I haven't had a Burger King anything. Okay. All right, y'all. This is the delivery driver shoots robber in Brunswick, Georgia. I used to be a delivery driver, so I want to see this. Hold on.
Less than 4 hours, Glynn County Police will release more information about a deadly shooting that involved a pizza delivery driver.
And so that driver says that he shot and killed a man in self-defense. This happened around 11:30 on Saturday night in the area of Cypress Mill Road. It's just east of Golden Isles Parkway. News4JAX reporter Ashley Harding's joining us now live. Ashley, at this point, no one's been charged.
That is true, Jennifer and Bruce. Good morning to you both. As of this morning, the Glynn County Police Department has not said if anyone has been charged, but we are working to learn what this new information is we could learn this morning. This cell phone video from a News4JAX viewer shows the scene shortly after a fatal shooting in Glynn County. It's unclear what information Glynn County Police will release today, but what is clear this morning is a pizza delivery driver opened fire near this mobile home Saturday night. And according to police, the driver says he fired after the man tried to rob him. News4JAX crime and safety expert Ken Jefferson says delivery drivers can become easy targets for criminals.
I've known cases where they've been ambushed, they've been beaten, they've been robbed. It's very, very dangerous, particularly if you don't know the dynamics of the area that you're delivering in.
News4JAX spoke to the person who owns the mobile home, and he says it's being renovated and no one is supposed to be staying there. For those reasons, he doesn't know why a pizza would be delivered there. News4JAX also spoke to a local attorney who discussed gun rights on the job.
For the most part, in Florida and Georgia, whether or not you can legally carry a gun while at work is a matter of state law. And as a general rule, unless you work in a place that's a special circumstance, like, for example, a school, the law in both Florida and Georgia allows you to carry a gun as long as you're otherwise allowed to carry it while at work. Now, whether the employer's policy might result in you being terminated for carrying that gun, that's a completely different question, but that's not a question of criminal responsibility.
And that news conference is scheduled for 10:30 this morning. It is in Glynn County. News4JAX will be there and will provide updates. Live this morning, Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, y'all don't know if y'all a delivery driver packing heat. Y'all don't know. Y'all do not know.
The MTA has
just be nice and you ain't got to worry about it. Wait a minute. Breaking news. Breaking news. Here we go. Breaking news.
A couple walking in Manhattan got pepper sprayed in the face by a complete stranger. People are trying to track down the man in this video. He's walking in the opposite direction around 10 Tuesday night on 8th Avenue between West 15th and 16th Streets in Chelsea. If you recognize him, call NYPD's Crime Stoppers hotline at 800-577-TIPS. The 18 and 19-year-old victims were treated for redness and swelling to their eyes. Jeff Petroulis for CBSN, New York.
Well, the good news is that the pepper spray, it goes away. It goes away. Oh, that's Fox News. I can't show it. Florida cop attacked by crowd in Jacksonville. Oh, man. We can't show it. Maybe somebody else got it. Do-do-do-do. Oh, that's Fox. I can't show it. Damn. I don't know who that is. I can't show it. CBS Miami 3 hours ago, breaking news.
We have this just into the CBS 4 newsroom. Miami Beach police have arrested and charged this woman, 24-year-old Tenny Raya Holtz, with a shooting last night. The woman shot is on life support at Jackson Memorial. Police responded around 8:30 to reports of a possible gunshot wound victim in a vehicle near the Julia Tuttle Causeway. They found the victim along the northbound Alton Road ramp from the eastbound Causeway exit. When we get more information on this shooting, we will bring it to you.
And she better pray she make it. She better pray that she make it. She's going to be going to jail for a long time. That's a year ago. That's 7 months ago. We already saw that. All right, 3 hours ago. Did we show this already?
Developing at noon, another violent weekend in South Florida. A shooting leaving 3 people dead, 3 injured in Southwest Miami-Dade.
A woman and teenager among those killed. The shooter later taking his own life.
Local 10 News reporter Trent Kelly is live at the scene of this latest deadly domestic shooting. Trent.
Christy, all of this starting with a shots fired call overnight. By the time police arrived out here, they found 5 people who had been shot, all of them inside of a home just down the street here. In fact, you can see the medical examiner just arriving here at the scene. The gunman behind all of this said to be the boyfriend of one of those victims. That man later taking his own life as police moved in.
Whenever we have juveniles that not only are injured but killed, it affects us all as a community.
Police surrounding a neighborhood in Southwest Miami-Dade after a shooting killed 2, including a teen, and left 3 others injured. The shooter later turning the gun on himself.
Right now, our homicide detectives have a very difficult task ahead of them.
It all started around 1:40 this morning inside the Verde Gardens community off Southwest 127th Avenue, just north of the Homestead Air Base. Officers initially responding to a shots fired call. When they arrived, that's when they found 5 victims in a home, all of whom had been shot. 2 of those victims were pronounced dead at the scene, including a 38-year-old woman and a 15-year-old male. 3 others were taken to the hospital, including an 11-year-old female who was airlifted to Kendall Regional in critical condition. As for the shooter,
during the course of the incident, the officers learned that the subject happens to be the deceased victim's boyfriend, and they located him in a nearby location within the residential community.
But after calling in hostage negotiators, that's when officers say the suspect turned the gun on himself.
And as the officers were attempting to negotiate with the subject, he committed suicide with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. This is an investigation that's going to take time.
And back out here live, you can see police are still keeping us a pretty good distance away. Again, the medical examiner, 2 vans from the ME office just arriving here at the scene. At last check, detectives tell us they were still trying to determine the exact relationship between some of the victims and that shooter. As soon as we get any more updates from the detectives who are handling this scene, we'll post them for you onto my social media sites. Keep up to date by following me at Trent Kelly, WPLG. For now, that is the latest live from Southwest Miami-Dade. Trent Kelly, Local 10 News.
All right, Trent, so sad out there.
So the man committed suicide. So why do you care? What? Make sure the people that's still alive are okay and get the dead bodies ready for the funeral. What's the problem? You don't have to look for a suspect. You don't have to make a case. You don't have to do anything except make sure that the people that survived are treated and make sure that the people who are died, make sure they get bagged up and get ready for their funeral. What's the investigation? Who are you looking for? The man committed suicide. That phase is done. You don't have to do a case and do this and that. The man committed suicide. So we ain't got to worry about feeding him. We ain't got to worry about his medical care. We ain't got to worry about trying him. We ain't got to worry about no jury. The man took himself out. So what is left to do? What is left to do? The man took himself out. He did us all a favor. If you live in that town, he did you a favor. You ain't got to feed him. You ain't got to give him medical care. You ain't got to waste money trying him. You ain't got to find jurors. All you got to do is clean the place up, get the bodies out, and move on about your business. Why is it taking you all day to do that? I'm just saying, you ain't trying to find nobody. He did the job for you. All you got to do is just bag up the bodies and take the people that need help to the hospital. And then move on to the next case. Why is it taking all day? What are you investigating for? I'm just saying, what are you investigating? What are you doing a trial for? What are you setting up for? The man did you a favor. He took his life. So we ain't got to warehouse him until the trial and then warehouse him for the next 40 years. He's gone. He took the easy way out. He took the child way out. So already, y'all, it's 3:54. I'm going to show these videos again, and then I'm getting out of here. I got a mobile live to do. I hope y'all come with me. As a matter of fact, we need to take these to the bike channel. All right, y'all, I'm going to go over to the e-bike channel. I'm just going to show these two videos, and then I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I'm going to head down to the pharmacy, and then y'all never answered my question. Does Burger King have any specials? I might stop by Burger King and look for a deal. Nobody ain't let me know that they have any specials. Does Popeyes have any deals? Because we can ride by and check out the Popeyes. I'm trying to think, is there a McDonald's over that way? I haven't seen one. I know it's one down Falls Road, but I would have to go down there. I would have to go down the mountain. It's going to kill that bike battery to come back up that mountain. I know it is. But we did it on the... Oh, it's one on Falls Road. It's a McDonald's on Falls Road. It's small, but it's in a good neighborhood. I wouldn't mind going there. Does anybody know if McDonald's got any sales? Like, do they got the 2 Big Macs for like $6 or something? Does anybody know? Is anybody still here? But anyway, I'm going over to the e-bike channel. It seems like we gone dead over here. And I'm going to show them 2 videos. And then I'm going out for a ride. We're going to hit the pharmacy. And then we might hit McDonald's or Burger King, whoever got the best deals. And then we'll ride around until I get hot. And then we'll come back in with the 360-degree video. So thank y'all for watching. And as Nia would say, see you soon. As I say, come follow me over to the e-bike Life with Brother Dark channel. I'll be live there in 10 minutes. So, all right, y'all. Peace. And we out. Thanks for watching. Bye, bike, y'all. How about the platform? And we out. Nia says she listening.